Let's see how Asians do a romantic comedy. Crazy Rich Asians. Crazy Rich Asians, directed by John M. Chu, starring Constance Wu and Henry Golding. You also have Awkwafina in the movie and Michelle Yeoh from the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This is a romantic comedy based on a book by Kevin Kwan. It's actually part of a trilogy, so they're hoping to do 2 more movies and make it a trilogy, only better than 50 Shades. With this movie, we have Constance Wu playing Rachel Chu, who is an American Chinese woman. She works as an economic professor in New York. She's dating this guy named Nick Young. They've been dating for over a year now, and Nick wants to take her home to meet his family, which is all the way out in Singapore. He is the son of these very rich developers. They are very high class rich. His mother is very stuck up, played by Michelle Yeoh. She only wants the very best for her son. And Rachel doesn't even know that he's dating a rich guy. She doesn't find out till she is going onto the plane and sees that Nick has gotten first class for them to fly to Singapore, and then when she gets to Singapore, she finds out even more how rich he really is and everything. She also has a friend that lives in Singapore, played by Awkwafina, who's one of the 3 comic reliefs of the movie. One of the other 2 is Ken Jeong, who's in the movie, and there's another comic relief character, I don't know the actor, but all 3 of the comic relief characters were great in the movie. I thought I was going to hate Awkwafina, but she is really good in this film. I'll talk a little bit more about her character as I get into this review. And as the plot goes on, when Rachel meets Nick's mother, the mother is very much against Rachel being with Nick. She doesn't like Rachel at all, mostly because she is American Chinese, and she'd rather have Nick fall in love with somebody else. So Rachel's got to do her very best to try to impress the mother, as well meet the rest of the family, while there's this wedding going on where Nick is the best man at the wedding, and that's pretty much our movie. Now, I really wanted to see this movie because this really looked very cool. A completely Asian cast. We haven't seen anything like that for a film like this since maybe the Joy Luck Club, perhaps. Being a romantic comedy, I do like romantic comedies when they're done well. And this was a really good movie. I really did like this movie. Henry Golding and Constance Wu have great chemistry in this film. These 2 are awesome in the movie. Awkwafina was really funny. One of the things I did like about her character is that she's very helpful to Rachel. She goes out of her way to make Rachel look good for the mother, dressing Rachel up in these very nice dresses, which is awesome. And that was really good that they gave Awkwafina more of a purpose than just being comic relief. Michelle was very good in the movie as the mother. I really did like her in the film. Singapore looks really good in this film. Don't go to this movie hungry, because they show off the food from Singapore, and you're going to get hungry when you see the food in a couple of the scenes in the movie. My mouth was watering for some of the food in this movie. Now, as for the negatives with this film, there were some negatives in this movie, not a lot though. One of the negatives was there was this character in the movie that was Awkwafina's cousin in the film, who was flirting with Rachel and doing it in a very creepy way. I wish this character was just not in the movie at all. I wish they just deleted this character altogether. He was played up to be for a joke, mostly for a couple of laughs. And he's not in the movie that much, but when he shows up, I just wish, just go away. You're not gonna get Rachel because she's already with Nick. The other problem with this movie is that this movie is a little bit formulaic, and this movie does follow the traditional beats of a romantic comedy, which I didn't mind too much. As long as the two leads have good chemistry, and as long as the story in and of itself is good and the characters are done pretty well, I'm fine. All that was great. I didn't mind the fact that it was formulaic. Maybe they didn't have to do the whole break up and then will they or won't they come back together at the end and try to extend that so much. That I didn't think needed to happen, but overall I did like this movie a lot. I definitely think people should go out to see this movie because it's very cool that you get to see a movie with a completely Asian cast. I'm going to give this movie an A-. Yeah, it's definitely that good. And that's all I got to say for Crazy Rich Asians.